Hey guys, it's Maddie, and today I'm going to be showing you my all-time favorite drugstore items. So if you'd like to see what I've been loving from the drugstore, then just keep on watching. So for this video, I'm going to be going through and I'm going to be doing kind of one for each category of the makeup I use on a daily basis, because there's really not one category that I don't have a drugstore item that I absolutely love. So I thought I would show you one from each. Okay, so starting with primer, my favorite is the Maybelline Baby Skin, and this is the Instant Pore Eraser. So that's honestly exactly what it does for me. I love applying this before I apply my foundation because it just makes my whole face just have a very smooth appearance, and any like pores I have, it fills them in because it's kind of like a silicone based primer. So I love that from the drugstore, and honestly I picked that up more than I think any other primer that I have. For foundation, I have the L'Oreal True Match Lumi, and I have gone through probably like 4 or 5 bottles of this since I really started getting into makeup, and this is definitely drugstore and high-end my favorite foundation that I own. When I don't know what foundation I want to use, I always reach for that one. It just gives your skin such a like pretty, like dewy kind of look, but it can be set down to matte with a powder, and you can work it anywhere from like really low coverage to super full coverage, which is something I really like, depending on if you apply it with like a beauty blender or like a foundation brush. So that is my favorite foundation from the drugstore. Then for concealers, I think this is one of my favorite items overall, no matter what category from the drugstore, and these are my Maybelline Fit Me concealers, and I have not found any concealer high-end or drugstore that works better than these, and so for that reason they are my favorite. For powder, I have the CoverGirl Advanced Radiance Powder, and this has just become a favorite in the last like month or so. Tati off of YouTube talked about it one time, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try it. I really normally don't like powders because my skin is super dry, and I feel like I can always tell that I have a powder on when I put powder on, if that makes sense, which is not something I like because I don't like to look super powdery. So I tried this, and I do not do my makeup without it now. It just, you put it on and it looks like you don't have powder on. So it sets your makeup and makes it last longer without having to look like you have powder on, and for that reason, this is a holy grail. I just ordered 2 more on Amazon. Like, I'm not gonna run out of this. This is like another very big favorite from the drugstore for me. Next, for contour, I have my Wet n Wild contouring palette in the color Dulce de Leche, and Kathleen Lights had talked about this, and so I went to try it out, and I think it's honestly like $5, which is super affordable. That's one reason I love Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild and e.l.f. are 2 of the most affordable makeup brands at the drugstore, and 2 of my favorite, honestly. But anyway, so this is just a great contouring palette. The color swatch, this color right here, is so comparable to my Hoola bronzer. It works just as well, and for that reason, I love this thing. Next, for bronzer, I have my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer, and I love this product. It's just a great bronzer. It honestly blends like so nicely, and it doesn't look orange on my skin. I'm super pale, so sometimes with bronzers it's hard because it sometimes tends to be way too warm or way too orange, and I don't have that problem with this one. It is the perfect shade. For that, it is my favorite from the drugstore. Next, for blush, I have another Wet n Wild product, and these are the Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes, and I actually have 3 right here, and the shades Rose Champagne, Mellow Wine, and Apricot in the middle, and these are some of the most beautiful blushes I've ever tried from the drugstore, and I have a lot of drugstore blushes, and these are definitely the cheapest and definitely my most favorite. Okay, next we have highlighters, and for those I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powders in the shades Crown of My Canopy and Precious Petals, and as far as I know, these are the only 2 shades that they have, and these are some of the most beautiful pigmented pigmented highlighters that I've ever tried from the drugstore. They are absolutely beautiful. They go on and they stay on your skin, and they have like this buttery consistency, so they're not chalky, which I find a lot of drugstore highlighters tend to be kind of chalky. I never have that problem with these, and I absolutely love these. So if you have not tried these, definitely try to find them. I don't even know if they're in store anymore. I had to buy mine on wetnwild.com, but I would definitely try these because they are absolutely beautiful. Next, we will go for the brows. And for my brows, I love the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and I use the shade Ash Brown. And this has been my favorite for a while now. Super thin, and everyone compares it to the Anastasia Brow Wiz, which I've never tried, but I don't feel like I need to because I have such a good drugstore item. It's a lot cheaper, but it gets really thin at the top, so it easily allows you to make little like hair-like strokes at the front of your brow, but then when you press harder, you can get like a really precise line with it too. So for that reason, I love this product, and I won't be changing it anytime soon. Next, for mascara, I have my Pixie Lower Lash Mascara. And I don't have another mascara that I picked for my drugstore favorites because honestly, like, I have so many, probably at least 15 different mascaras, drugstore and high-end, in my collection, but none like from the drugstore just super stick out for me for my upper lashes. I have a lot of problems with flakiness or clumpiness, so because of that, I didn't want to add something that I really wasn't 100% about. But one thing I am 100% about is this lower lash mascara. This is the best mascara I have ever tried because it does exactly what it's supposed to. It's for your lower lashes, and on my lower lashes, it makes my lashes super long without clumping at all, without ever getting under my lash line, which I always had trouble with when I used just regular mascara ones. So I love this product, and if you have never seen this or never tried this out, it's at Target, and I definitely suggest you try it out. Next, for lips, I have the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream and the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Colors. And so these, I like both of these, and I have both of them in a lot of different colors, but they dry down to like a matte finish, and they're so comfortable to wear, and they're super long lasting. And so for that reason, I love these. And last, for setting sprays, I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray, and this is by far my favorite setting spray from the drugstore. I've probably gone through like 3 or 4 of these, and I just love it because unlike some setting sprays from the drugstore, it has a super fine mist. Like some drugstore ones have these mists that are so powerful, it just makes your face just get super wet, which is obviously not what you want when you finish doing your makeup. So this one has a super fine mist, and I love it, and it makes my makeup last all day. So this is my favorite from the drugstore. Okay guys, that is it for my drugstore favorites. So if you guys have any drugstore favorites that I did not mention, please put those in the comments below because I would love to try them out. And if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit that thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!